I happen to love coffee. I actually stop every morning at 6:30 at a coffee shop. I'm not going to mention the name. You can probably guess, and meet the same circle of friends. Years ago, I said to everyone, let's introduce ourselves. We always come at the same time and smile. And then I have another additional 3 cups of regular coffee a day. So I wind up having 4 cups of coffee a day. Now, coffee, it turns out, is amazingly hepatoprotective. In other words, it protects against liver disease. 1 billion people in the world have chronic liver disease. And it's been shown over the last 20 years that coffee drinkers have lower levels of liver enzymes. So if the liver enzymes in the blood are high, it's indicative of liver disease, and you need to get evaluated. So coffee drinkers have low levels of liver enzymes. A simple empirical observation made 20 years ago. But it turns out now that they not only have low levels of liver enzymes, they have less scarring in the liver. And if there's a lot of scarring, that's called cirrhosis and can lead to liver cancer and liver failure and the need for a liver transplant. They also have less hospitalization and mortality from chronic liver disease. So 2 cups of coffee a day has been shown in a study published in a peer-reviewed journal to decrease the chance of hospitalization and death from chronic liver disease by 50%. Cancer of the liver arising in the liver is now the 4th leading cause of cancer mortality or death from cancer. And drinking 2 cups of coffee a day, and this is regular coffee, appears to decrease the risk of developing liver cancer by 43%. So these are very impressive figures. There are mechanistic explanations. Coffee is also insulin sensitizing. So in the condition known as type 2 diabetes, where patients are insulin resistant, coffee helps. And in fact, here, even decaf coffee seems to help. You have to drink more though. You have to drink 6 cups of regular decaf coffee, and then it decreases the chance of developing type 2 diabetes by 30% in men and 54% in women. And if people already have type 2 diabetes and drink 2 cups of coffee a day, it reduces the chance of heart-related mortality by an astounding 30%. Coffee also seems to decrease the chance of Parkinsonism, a very common neurologic and disabling disorder, also decrease the risk of gout. So multiple beneficial health benefits that have been documented over the last 20 years in the medical literature. None of these studies have been supported by Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts. So they're very good, valid studies. There's a very interesting legend about coffee. It apparently originated in a village called Kaffa in Ethiopia. And there was a shepherd by the name of Kaldi who would take his sheep for pasture. And he noticed in one particular pasture they were very frisky and animated. They were consuming these red cherries. So he made a brew out of it, and he really enjoyed it. There was a monastery nearby, and a monk used to go by in the evening, and he scolded him. He said, "Kaldi, you have partaken of the devil's fruit." He ignored the monk. After a while, the monk said, "Let me try it." And he was able to stay up for the late night prayers. It then spread to Mysore, India, and different parts of the world. So about 600 years ago, a group of well-meaning people petitioned Pope Vincent III and said, "This is truly the devil's drink, and you need to ban it." And Pope Vincent III said, "Before I ban it, let me taste it." And when he tasted it, instead he baptized it, proclaiming, "Coffee is so good, the infidels should not have exclusive use of it." So that's a legend about coffee. It's a good drink. Enjoy your Java.